joining us this year for all of our virtual assemblies. We hope you have a great summer.
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
You're acting like this is the last virtual assembly of the year.
Well, yeah, this episode is about Habit 2, beginning with the end in mind.
Yeah, but beginning with the end in mind is more than just knowing how you want something to end. It's about setting goals and having a plan to achieve those goals.
So we can't just skip to the end?
No, we have to make a plan to get to the last virtual assembly of the year.
Okay, I have a plan. How about after this video, we make 4 more amazing videos that focus on the next 5 habits?
That's a good start.
And we make sure to highlight students who are showing the 7 habits. And we give students a chance to spin a wheel to win a prize for their class. And we interview students and teachers about the 7 habits. And we do crazy innovative things that no other school is doing. And we...
Okay, that's a good plan. Now let's try this again.
Hi, and welcome to our second virtual assembly focusing on Habit 2, begin with the end in mind.
We hope you enjoyed our first virtual assembly. If you haven't had a chance to watch it yet, please be sure to go back and watch it because Mr. Rhodes needs that YouTube money. Since Habit 2 is about creating goals, we thought we would go around the school and ask students what are some goals they have when they grow up.
My goal in life is to be a lawyer.
My goal in life is to be a teacher.
A structural worker. I want to be a doctor when I grow up.
I want to be a police officer when I grow up.
To be a singer. I want to be an illustrator.
My goal in life is to be a professional gymnast.
My goal in life is to be a professional bowler.
My goal is to be a firefighter. I'm going to be a construction worker. My goal in life is to be a teacher.
My goal in life is to be a builder.
I grow up, I want to be a doctor. My goals when I was going to grow up, I'm going to be an artist.
When I grow up, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a realtor.
When I grow up, I want to be a gamer. A pizza making girl.
My goal is to be a doctor someday.
To be a professional volleyball player.
To be an art teacher.
My goal is when I grow up to be a famous basketball player.
To be a teacher and maybe an author. My goal is to be a YouTuber when I grow up.
Wow, those were some great goals. I wonder why none of them had a goal to teach 5th grade. Since Ms. Chermo did such an amazing job talking about being proactive, we thought we would interview more teachers who are modeling the 7 habits in their classrooms. But thinking about a teacher who always shows habit to begin with the end in mind, the only teacher we could think to ask was Mr. Rhodes. Why Mr. Rhodes? Because he's always talking about how he wishes it was the end of the day and the end of the week every Monday. I don't think that's really what the beginning and the end in mind is actually about. Lucky for us, we were able to interview Mrs. Teascutter, a teacher who actually begins with the end in mind.
How do you begin with the end in mind in your life?
One of the ways that I begin with the end in mind is when I'm thinking about meal planning at home. I always write down the things that I need for recipes, and then that becomes my grocery list. And then after that, I take it to the store, and then my list helps me so that I don't forget items.
How has teaching your students about beginning with the end in mind impacted your classroom?
One of the ways that we've talked about begin with the end in mind in the classroom is when we think about our learning outcomes. So the I can statements, what is it that we want to learn for the day? Another thing that we've talked about with begin with the end in mind is when we think about how our actions can have consequences both positively or negatively.
How does it make you feel when you do something and you don't have the end in mind?
When I don't have a plan, it often makes me feel stressed or out of control, and teachers like control. Right, Tiger?
Now it's time to announce the winners of our Golden Tiger and Silver Sweeper Awards. The class nominated for having one of the cleanest classrooms is Miss Brinson's 1st grade class.
Congratulations, Mrs. Brunson's room. We also heard that broom is good for holding up forts on Fort Day. We are also happy to announce we have 2 winners for our Golden Tiger Award for the class that shows the habits during specials.
Our first winner is Mrs. Teascutter's class.
Congrats, Mrs. Teascutter's class.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. This has never happened in the history of our assemblies, but Mrs. Brenson's class also wins the Golden Tiger Award.
Congrats to Mrs. Brenson's class for achieving the super ultra rare recognition. Great things must be happening in that class.
Finally, we wanted to take a minute to recognize students at Southdale who have been nominated by staff for showing Habit to Begin with the End in Mind.
Congratulations to all those students for showing Habit 2.
Oh, thanks for joining our second virtual assembly. Hope you enjoyed it.
We will see you next month when we focus on Habit 3, putting first things first. Bye.